Hey there! In today's video, we're going to break down how to capture a time-lapse on your iPhone. A time-lapse is a short video that shows the evolution of a series of events in a short span of time. It's a technique in cinematography in which the creator takes a series of still pictures at regular intervals over some time, and then plays the whole sequence back in fast succession. Examples of what looks great on a time-lapse are clouds, urban cityscapes, boats on water, and sunsets. To shoot a time-lapse, we recommend 3 essential items: an iPhone, a tripod. You will need a tripod because your iPhone will have to be still for long periods of time to achieve this effect. And the Sandmark wide lens, telephoto lens 2x and 6x, and fisheye lens. For filters, we recommend the cloud diffusion filter, the drama filter, and the motion filter. And once you've gotten everything ready, you can begin to shoot. All right, so we're out here at Mount Soledad and we're gonna shoot a time-lapse on the native camera app with our iPhone. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is make sure that your iPhone is securely attached to a tripod. This is super important because when you shoot a time-lapse, it has to be completely still. It's just gonna make for the best viewing experience when the time-lapse is all stitched together. Next, you're gonna attach either your lens or your filter onto the iPhone. For this shot, I'm gonna do a time-lapse of the clouds, so I think a fisheye lens would be pretty perfect for that, giving kind of like a snow globe effect. I think it'll be like a nice panoramic view of the clouds moving. All right, so now that you've gotten your iPhone on your tripod, it's time to set up the shot. So because I want to get a big expanse of the clouds during this time-lapse, I'm going to shoot upward to get the most sky possible. It's also important to realize that when you do the time-lapse, it's going to crop in. So start looking through the time-lapse from the beginning. The first thing you're going to want to do is open the camera app, then select time-lapse mode. Shoot in the 1x lens because it is the sharpest lens that the iPhone has, and it will use the highest quality sensor in which the iPhone has, so you get the best possible video in daylight or low light. Then you're going to set up your iPhone where you want to capture the scene of motion. Pick an object that is going to be moving, so whether it's people, clouds, or cars, it's going to show the passage of time during the time-lapse. With the Sandmark lenses and filters, you can customize the 1x camera utilizing the powerful sensor, so you don't have to compromise on the quality. Next, lock the exposure and focus by tapping and holding down the screen till the AE and AF lock appears. Then tap the record button to start recording. Tap it again to stop recording. To figure out how fast and how long the video will actually be, you can look at this handy chart. The iPhone uses dynamic intervals to automatically capture frames per second based on how long you are filming. For the first 10 minutes, it shoots 2 frames per second, which it later stitches together at 30 frames per second. But after these 10 minutes, it doubles the interval, the amount of seconds it waits between taking every shot, and deletes half of the already taken images, so it's as if it had already been recording at the new interval since the beginning. The iPhone automatically does this process every 10 minutes, which results in a final time-lapse video that is always between 30 and 40 seconds in length. All right, next, we're gonna shoot a time-lapse on a third-party camera app. If you want to shoot on a third-party camera app, we recommend Blackmagic Camera App. It is proven to be the most sophisticated video camera app available, with a variety of customizable features to adjust for any environment. To shoot a time-lapse, you will go to Settings, then Time-lapse Recording, then toggle it on. Then click on the Capture X frames per second section. There you will see a variety of options. Depending on how fast or how long you want your video to be, you will adjust your frames accordingly. By simply going to a time-lapse calculator online, you can find the proper frame per second for how long you'd like to film. Now I'm gonna film in a few different places and show the setup and the final result. All right, so I'm out here at the La Jolla Tide Pools, and as you can see, it's about to be sunset. I'm gonna be shooting on the wide lens with the drama filter. I'm gonna use the wide lens because I wanna get a wider field of view so I can get the rocks and the water coming in, and then also the sunset. And then I'm gonna use the drama filter because as the sun is setting, it's gonna be super bright, and I wanna cut down on that overexposure and then also limit some of the reflections of the light on the water for a more kind of cinematic and softer look. Now I'm at the Balboa Bridge that is over the 163 freeway. I'm going to shoot first with the telephoto 2x lens. Here you can see that the telephoto does a great job of compressing the distance between the skyscrapers and the freeway, really tying together the two different elements into one really dynamic time lapse. Next, I'm going to use the wide lens because I want to capture the sunset transition. I want to see everything, but I want to still use the 48 megapixel sensor because I'm going to lose light really quickly. The wide lens really does a great job of expanding out the horizon, and I can really capture the light to dark transition really well. And lastly, I'm using the cloud filter. I want to see the lights amplified on the traffic below, and the final product really shows a great stylistic time lapse that gives a really cool and artistic vibe. We hope you found this video helpful and has inspired you to go create some great time lapses with your iPhone. If you have any questions, be sure to drop a comment in the section below. Thanks for watching and happy shooting!